Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome to Blood for the Blood God. This is a demo visual novel dating sim that I found on itch.io. I don't know the details of it. It looks interesting. Obviously, we got some creepy demon dudes here. I'm not sure how far this demo is going to go, because obviously it's going to take a while before this game actually fully comes out. But I am intrigued nonetheless. So let's see here. Let me just check my preferences here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I guess that's fine. In that case, let's start. A strong, deep voice calls for you. What does it? The name does it call? Should I or shouldn't I? Good question. Sure. That's right. It calls for boobs. I'm going to hell for this, and it slightly amuses me. It's dark and warm. You feel yourself listlessly float along an unseen current. Boobs? You hear a voice calling out to you, deep and commanding. A shiver runs through your spine? Is that what that is? Have you always had it? The voice calls again. Boobs. From my blood you are born. Let the life which flows through me be given to you. Let the beautiful red take form and become solid. Let it birth a servant who will carry out my will. I call you forth once again, boobs. That is loud-ass water. You feel your body rush toward the surface with such force that you gasp. And for the first time, sweet, piercing air hits your throat. Everything about you is so heavy and clumsy. Like a dying fish, you gasp and flail. The one calm current is abandoned, and you are thrust into what can only be certain madness. It's awful. Who would dare pull you from that comforting darkness? You open your eyes. Hot damn! Okay, suddenly we're going hallelujah on us. Why not? A man stands before you. He's probably the hottest guy you've ever seen. I mean, he's the only guy you've ever seen, but you're still sure he's the hottest. How do you wear glasses? He stands in a pool of red liquid. Blood? Yes, that's right, it's blood. He stands up to his thighs in the deep red. His 6 eyes stare down at you. Suddenly you are quite aware of how insignificant you are. How small you are in comparison to this confident and commanding man. Slowly you bow before him, for that is what his fierceness demands. A smile spreads across his face, blood oozing out from the corners of his mouth. I'm assuming this is the blood god. I didn't expect my next emissary to be so... What was the word? Underwhelming? But I suppose you shall have to do. Not everyone can be like Scoth, after all. He smiles again. Ah, what a lovely smile. Your heart beats just a bit faster. What a strange sensation. The man walks up to you, his movements so fluid and controlled that the blood rarely ripples. His fine robes drag through the viscous fluid, staining the white a brilliant red. I am your lord and master, your end and your beginning. I am the blood god. The blood god? Sounds nifty. You raise your head a little more, trying to get a better glimpse at his bare chest. Okay, I'm gonna be lowering the volume on this because it is way too loud here. There we go. Okay. Yes, let's stare at his bare chest for a bit. Rawr. Listen closely, my servant. I have a task for you. He has a grim look on his face with all 6 eyes fixed on you. The weight of it is enormous. You lower your head once more. I need you to find 3 of my former servants. These traitors fled to another realm, defying my orders and refusing to bring me blood sacrifices. Go. Find them and bring back their blood. This is the task I bequeath of you boobs. Okay, I could just bump it up a little water. There. Okay, that seems pretty simple, except for a lot of things, but whatever you say, Blood God. Best clarify a few things. By bring back their blood, you mean... A smile spreads across the Blood God's face. It would maybe be angelic if it wasn't for the sheer malice in his voice. Kill them if you're able to end their lives. They'll turn back into blood and return to me. They've been separated from me for far too long. He frowns, observing the blood around his thighs. My powers have dwindled. I put too much of myself into them. But live and learn. I am correcting the mistake now. You, on the other hand... He walks forward, runs his fingers carefully across your cheek, leaving a thin trail of blood. Doki doki? Doki doki the trick club? No. Although I'm sure Monica would fit really well into this environment. Yuri too, now I think about it. You are the perfect creation, strong enough certainly to bring them down. But your mind... The Blood God gives your forehead an affectionate flick, laughing softly as he watches the confusion on your face. Your mind is not so complicated. You are loyal to me and me alone, the perfect servant. You should feel honored. It took a great deal of time, effort, and love to put you together, my dear boobs. Feels a little like he's making fun of you, but then again, you were literally born 3 minutes ago. Maybe this is normal. You try to ponder the idea more, but your thoughts slip through your fingers like the red liquid you stand in. It matters not. This is your master, after all. Who are you to betray him? Who are you? Boobs. The authority in his voice pulls you from your thoughts. You focus on him once more. Do you understand your task? Will you carry out my bidding and bring back the blood of those who have forsaken me? Yes, my master? The Blood God looks pleased. He smiles at you once more. Smart child. He raises his hand and quickly sketches out a complex sign that your eyes can barely follow. The blood that had been so lazily circling suddenly jolts to life. In great streams, it rises above the Blood God's head and forms what looks like a swirling portal. The vibrant reds are almost hypnotic. They mix and separate in an endless dance. He's turned back to you now. This shall take you to the other world. There you will locate my 3 former servants. You shall know when you see them, for the blood within you, my blood, will alert you to their presence. Now, go. You rise to your feet, wobbling slightly at first before regaining your footing. What a strange feeling movement is. Lugging this heavy body with you is a constant battle with gravity, but the Blood God's orders are absolute. You must go. The Blood God stops you in front of the swirling blood vortex. He gently takes your face between his hands and leans in close. So close you can see the 6 pupils of his eyes. What a beautiful shade of red his eyes are. Remember now, dearest boobs, if you ever betray me, if that thought ever somehow makes you into that empty little head of yours, I will not hesitate to turn you back into blood. Is that clear? There's a lump in your throat that cannot be swallowed. Instead, you manage to stiffly nod your head. Good child. He gives your forehead a quick, almost warm peck. The next instant, you feel yourself lifted from your feet, and the vortex quickly sucks you into its gaping maw. For it feels like ages, you tumble through the red beast. Up, down, left, right. A, B, start. Wait, no. Clockwise, counterclockwise, then a little bit to the left again. And finally, with a thud that surely would have cracked a normal human skull, you land in the middle of a darkened street. It appears to be night. The cold moon hangs high in the sky, watching as you, the newest arrivals, stumble to your feet. What fateful encounters will you have under this black and starry night? Well, let's see here. I can either go to the dump, I can go to the cafe, or I can go to the pet store. What would a acolyte of a blood god want to do first? Because going home, I'm assuming I go when I get yelled at by my boss. So I think I'm going to try the pet store. You turn the corner and see a man standing about halfway down the street from you. That's a man? Huh. Okay. He's bathed in the light from the store he's staring into. It's a lovely natural blue-green that sort of reminds you of the calm and cooling color of the ocean you've never seen. The man standing there doesn't move as you approach. He just stares into the window solemnly. He looks a little depressed. You're not sure you want to get involved with this guy's business. Alright. Fine. You can see what he's doing. It's for the blood god, so you might as well, right? You walk over to him, and the closer you get, the more you can see the sadness in his eyes. The longing. The sheer and utter heartbreak. What the heck could he even be looking at? You stop beside him and look into the store window. Shit, what is that? Your precious blood god obviously did not prepare you for this. It's a Lucifine. The guy next to you suddenly speaks. He still sounds sad. So sad. You didn't really expect him to just start talking like this. Why does he think you care at all? You turn away from the frightening scale creature to look up at the guy next to you. He's eyeing you with a forlorn expression. What? Was that supposed to be said? Are you supposed to have any effing clue what he means by Lucifine? You ask him to clarify. Lucifine. A sand lizard. They usually aren't bred for captivity. When they are, it's only for reintroduction to the wild. It's terrible that it has to be kept in a cage like this. I'm concerned about its well-being. Will it get sick, depressed, and die? Aha! Apparently he's decided that you care, which you don't. Not at all. Not until you take a step back and get a good, long, hard look at him. That is. Your first impression is that his fashion sense is terrible. Look at that color scheme. And he's wearing a scarf on a night like tonight. It's not hot, but it's definitely not cold enough for whatever he's wearing. Someone is going to get a heat stroke. But shit. Dead ass. Those jeans. They show off his fine ass like no other. You can approve of those jeans at least. And that ass. Nice butt. You decide to do the polite thing and compliment him on his physique. Yes, it is, isn't it? Bye-bye is fine. It's both a gift and a curse. He looks behind him, examining his own back in a curved boob butt pose that gives you a very good show of exactly how flexible he is. It's rather impressive, actually. You think this guy could probably use some more compliments because he seems so unexcited about his own butt. You compliment him on his pose as well before asking him his name. I'm called Asstaroth. It's not a name I freely give to strangers, but I'm happy to share it with someone who is a fellow reptile enthusiast. Asstaroth. It's gonna be one of those games, isn't it? Where the frickin' is he getting that idea from? Has your sarcasm and disinterest not been clear enough? Right, fine, whatever. You suppose that his dedication to the little creature is kind of endearing, but he'd be cuter if he smiled. But sure, you'll go with the flow. From now on, you're a reptile enthusiast. Asstaroth, huh? You'll call him Ass. Because of dead ass. All that's important is that he's definitely one of those guys you're after. You smile slowly as you realize that you will soon return his blood to the blood god. This task is going well, you think. All you need to do is get him to let his guard down. You tell him that, yes, you're fond of reptiles. That is why you're standing outside the pet store in the middle of the night. He seems satisfied. He's kind of an idiot, isn't he? You remind me of myself. What is your name? You cheerfully give him your name. Tell me, Boobs, you have a favorite type of turtle? Whoops, where did that come from? He's jumping all over the place with these questions. Yeah, okay. You're an effing nerd, but you're hot. Let's get this over with. Come on, we don't have all night. You got no time for this. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's straight up go for the gold. You demand that he surrender his ass to you. I am Boobs. I will conquer your ass. He looks a little shocked before he shakes his head and sighs heavily. His shoulders slump. Whatever vigor he had due to the reptile talk vanishes almost immediately. But on the plus side, so does the reptile talk. Not again. I simply cannot go anywhere without someone demanding such things from me. So this is something that happens a lot. Regardless, you stand strong. This is what you want. You're not going to give up so easily, and maybe you can get him to let his guard down at some point. But for now, you're just going to put that on the back burner. That's a bonus if it happens. He studies you quietly before sighing again. Fine, I suppose I have no plans for this evening. What, really? You're right immediately. This might be the best thing to happen to you today, and today was the day you were literally created from nothing. Hot diggity! He moved closer to him. Hiss! Oh, blood god, what is that? A scissory black creature lunges from beneath Ass's scarf the moment you get too close. It narrowly misses you with its pointed fangs. You cry out and move back, your heart pounding. Whatever it is, that thing is angry. Ass reaches up and strokes its scaly head, calming the thing down. Good blood god, how can he touch it like that? It looks disgusting. What? Snakes are cool. There, Snick. It's perfectly alright. There's no need to worry. Its name is Snick. This is my snake friend, Snick. I'm sorry, but he's rather protective. I hope he didn't startle you. You admit that he startled you, but only just a little. You're not going to say that the blood is still pumping in your ears and that you can feel your hands trembling. You say that maybe now is not a good time with the Snick around. Besides, the mood was sort of killed anyway. He agrees with you, keeping a careful hand in your Snick's head in case the thing decides to strike again. He suggests that the two of you meet some other time. That could work. Words? Sorry, I guess that ass just distracted me so badly. You agree happily and decide to meet him in the very same place the next morning. You say your goodbyes, you even say goodbye to Snick the snake, and you both go your separate ways. You're a little disappointed, but honestly things could have gone worse. This seems like the start of something good. Cockblocked by a snake ending. Huh, okay. Well, let's take a look at some of the other ones, too. I'm going to have to jump quickly through this. But it's fine. I can skip through this really quickly. Yes, my master. I'm going to go back out and try another way. I'm going to try the cafe. You choose to go to the cafe. There's a rumbling in your stomach that you don't understand when you see the place, and you feel going there will satisfy it. Maybe. You walk through the town admiring the stout, colorful buildings that are bright even under pale moonlight. You don't have to go far to get to a small building that has a petite sign labeled Cafe in swirly pink letters. In finer print on a small sign are the words, a wide selection of butlers. Oh, it's a butler cafe. It's like a maid cafe, but it's with butlers. What is a butler? You have no clue, but the first part of that word makes you hopeful. You walk in through the front door and are forced to a stop by a man in a black suit. He holds up a gloved hand to you and then apologizes for the crowds in the cafe. He tells you there is only one possible seating area for you, and you will take it, still not knowing what the hell a butler is or what is served at a cafe. He leads you to a small table that has cute little teapots and a fancy sheet of paper that lists out all kinds of exquisite-sounding things. Cinnamon creme cake, twisted lemon pie, and a 3-layer cookie sandwich. You feel your mouth start to water. Oh, hello. Hello, valued customer. Hi. A man stands before you, his white hair a startling contrast to his dark skin. His eyes gleam at you innocently, brightly. His suit is lighter than the others, but still warm and complements his sparkly features. For some reason, your mouth keeps watering. Is this a butler? Hubba hubba. My name is Beelzebabe. So we had Asstaroth, and now Beelzebabe, which is clearly Beelzebub. You can just call me Beels. Or Babe. I'll be taking care of you today. If you have any questions on the menu, please don't be afraid to ask me. He pauses and a shadow falls over his face. There is also... oh no, I shouldn't say. You think that his falling silent is suspicious, and because the blood god has sent you on a mission, your curiosity is essential, right? You're doing this for the blood good. Blood good. Because he is the most important, you ask what Beelzebabe wanted to say. Oh, it's just I was working in the kitchens earlier. I made a special dessert. I was trying to come up with something special for my next guest, but my cooking isn't that great. You look at his chocolate skin, his pale eyes, and you wonder if his cooking tastes as good as he looks. You insist on trying his newest dish. Not for you. For the blood god. So you just need to get on this guy's good side, but when his eyes sparkle even more and his expression brightens, you can't help but feel your heart thump. Is this... Yes, you can feel that the blood in him is the same as yours. He is one of the men you need to capture for the blood god. I mean, that's why you want to eat him. Probably. Beelzebabe leaves and returns with a special dessert for his first guest of the night. You wonder how you can be the first guest. Do others suspect Beelzebabe of being blood spawn like yourself? Are they intimidated by his stupidly bright and attractive smile? Beelzebabe returns with a dessert that makes your eyes go wider. Da-da-dum! This is my special white chocolate cheesecake with homemade chocolate caramel. Oh, I want! Can that just come through the computer and come to me because I want? He pauses to look at you and then hides behind the tray he's carrying, eyes suddenly fearful as you reach to take a bite out of the majestic glazed thing in front of you. You take a bite, and the taste in your mouth makes your body soar. It is a combination of rough and sweet, gushy and soft. The white cream is sensational, the chunks of white chocolate a blessing against your throat. And then you suddenly taste it. Something bitter, harsh, something that coils in your chest like a snake. Poison. But it can't harm you. Beelzebabe stares at you, eyes wide and full of tears. It's okay, right? He asks hopefully. The poison runs through your system and does nothing. You're a creature of blood, the blood god's loyal servant. The poison can't harm you. You stare up at Beelzebabe, who is on the verge of tears. Did he poison you on purpose? His eyes seem to tell a different story. So seductively finish eating the cake, hells yeah. An idea occurs to you as you watch the rest of the cafe's occupants. Many of them are girls that are batting their eyelashes and giggling at the butlers as they serve them food. Some of the butlers just laugh it off, but others are clearly flushed. Does doing such things weaken them? Maybe you could kill 2 flies with 1 stone. It's supposed to be 2 birds with 1 stone, but okay. You have yourself up on the table, plate on your knee, fork poised elegantly in front of you, and then you slowly continue eating the cake, letting your tongue linger purposefully on the silver prongs. When you press your lips together, you let your tongue run over the creamy white of cake settled on your lips. And you manage what you think is a pretty good smile and even lazily bat your eyelashes. You're unsure of Beelzebabe's reaction, but you do know that he seems very different. He's staring at you with wide eyes, a severe crimson tinting his cheeks. He's also speaking, but his words are incoherent, and you realize he's stuttering. Finally, he speaks. "What are you doing?" he squeaks with a nervous laugh. For some reason, you find the blush on his dark face oddly alluring. You glance briefly to the side, noticing one of the butlers taking a woman's hand, and so you stand up and take Beelzebabe's hand, looking at him seriously. "Oh, gods," he says. He looks faint and a little too hot. He looks like he might fall over. You steady him and look into his eyes. For a few moments, the two of you stare at each other, and Beelzebabe doesn't say anything. Then he slowly raises his hand and laughs, a little shakily. "Sorry, I'm not very good at that." His face is still bright red, but it is, well, kind of cute. Cute? Yes, because he's not the same hot damn that the blood god is, clearly. "Anyways, I'm very glad you like my cake, dear customer. Treasured customer." He smiles again, brightly. "No one usually likes my food. I mean, they like it, but then there's that taste that just happens I can't get rid of." Poison? He can't get rid of the taste of poison. What kind of man is he? He may be more dangerous than you thought. Was it an accident, or was he testing you? He asks for your name, and you give it. Beelzebabe smiles at you brightly. "Boobs? That's a beautiful name, a lot better than mine." Yes it is. "Anyways, if you stay here, I can get you some drinks and foods on the house." No, I insist, I'll pay. Think of it as a treat." He pauses again as you try to explain your situation, that you currently have nowhere to leave. A confident expression comes onto his face. "You're just like me. The manager lets me live upstairs since there are extra rooms. I'll try asking him for you, too, as long as you're willing to work here. Anything for a friend? I hope you don't mind me calling your friend Boobs." Beelzebabe walks off with a skip in his step, even though he still looks a little dazed. He glances back at you, a little shyly, before disappearing somewhere in the back. You feel a little floaty on the inside, and you're pretty sure it's not the cake. That one taste, poison, is still on your tongue, giving you mixed feelings. But Beelzebabe looked, well, not very guilty of a crime. He looked innocent, and that gives you some kind of hope. But for what? Aren't you supposed to kill this guy? You sigh out a little as you look at the rest of the white cake. You pick up your fork and munch on some of the chocolate bits, deep in thought. That's an interesting pose. Conflicted emotions ending. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. However, there is still one more. There's at least two other things I want to try. So let's try this again. This time I'm going to try the other direction, because as you see, there's like 3 different, like, things. Alright, let's try the dump then. I guess going home I'll be yelled at by my boss. So, you decide to go to the dump. Lord knows why. You walk through the town, past the cute little buildings with darkened windows, past the water fountain, which now runs dry, and past the closed shops who still tempt you with brightly painted signs. The path leads you to the outskirts, where gentle lights flicker on and off. Clearly this part of town is not as well maintained. A large fence looms before you, the top covered with barbed wire. A sign some feet away warns of electrocution. Certainly trespassers are not allowed, but being a creature of blood, these things do not frighten you. Additionally, the gate to the junkyard is just wide open. Security sure is tight around here, yep. Casually you waltz into the enclosed area, admiring the scrap pieces which litter the yard. A sad-looking bicycle sits in one of the nearby piles. Out of curiosity, you ring the little bell. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Phone call, phone call. Oh, wait. Its sad requiem echoes through the junkyard. Rest in peace, little bike. Another shiny object catches your eye. Wonder what that could be. You're about to walk toward it when suddenly an unseen figure grabs you from behind. You struggle valiantly against them, but the grip only tightens around your arm. Pain. Ow. Yep, that's what it is. This hurts. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. The figure spins you around and suddenly you are face to face with your attacker. Hi. Well, hello there. The man that is gripping your arm has dark hair and piercing green eyes. Well, he's no blood god, but he's not bad looking either. You feel the pain lessen a little. However, he continues to hold you tightly, a suspicious look on his face. You feel the blood within you grow restless. It flows quickly. It rises. Could this man be... Let's see what voice I can give you. Especially with my voice going a little bit today. Who are you? What are you doing in my junkyard? His voice is quiet, yet demanding. This is his junkyard? You take a look around, noticing several cardboard boxes have been stacked in the shape of houses. Could he actually live here in the trash? How sad. You look at this man with something like pity in your eyes. He seems to have noticed. Hey, I love you know that this is some top quality real estate, right here. 5 acres of land all to myself. I don't have to pay rent, and it's away from the noise of the city. Besides, I would be caught dead in some pretty little suburb house. Ooh, you have a white picket fence, yard, 2.5 children. Don't make me puke. That isn't living. Oh my blood god, he is still talking. No, I don't want that kind of life the media says I should live. No, not for me. Not for Lucifine. Obviously that's a play on Lucifer. But clearly he is a, I guess he's got kind of a hippie vibe to him. His name is Lucifine? What? And he is still freaking talking. Oh god, he's probably an activist too. You gotta get out of that sheltered city life. Live moment to moment. That's what it really means to be alive. I can tell you're just some lost soul, right? Lived for too long in that pampered lifestyle. Come to learn of the master how to truly live, right? Lucifine releases your arm. It's sore, but there's not even a sign of a bruise. Well, you're not even sure if you do bruise, so whatever. Smiling at you with bright and excited eyes, Lucifine's demeanor has done a complete 180. So, my little chickadee, what would you like to learn first? Perhaps you'd like to learn how to best collect white rainwater, or how to scavenge the most edible food from the trash heaps. Or perhaps you'd like a lesson in some of the more intimate parts. Leaning towards you with seductive eyes, Lucifine pulls you closer, his fingers tilting your chin up, forcing you to face him. My, where did this all come from? Well, I assure you that a night with me is one you will never forget. Okay, I will punch him harder. The effing nerve of this man! Kill him, kill him, kill him! Murderous rage courses through your veins. All you can see is red. You channel all the power that resides within you. Without thinking, you strike out at Lucifine, fists flying. Oh shit. You freaking rocked him off to the stratosphere. Oh my god, what the F? There we go into space. He must have landed on the moon by now. Or maybe just the other side of town. You really don't know your strength. But virtually you can sense that he's still alive. Well, I guess it would be that easy to kill a being made from the blood god, but damn it. Now you have to go track him down. And boy, will he ever be looking for a fight. Things just got a lot more difficult. Nervously, you hold the arm he gripped so tightly earlier. Shit, this guy won't go down easy. Somehow you need to get a jump on him. If only you didn't know you were an enemy. Ah well, no helping it now. Walking out of the junkyard, you analyze the trajectory of your punch and figure you must be back by the water fountain. Maybe if you're quick enough, you can catch him in a daze. You begin to sprint back to town. Mega Newton punch ending. That was probably the most entertaining one, other than maybe the poison one. Alright, so let's actually do the last one. Just to see how this goes. Yep, I'm going to steakhouse and I'm going to go home. Why would you do that? Because that happens. Okay, now I'm just curious for one last little thing. What happens if I refuse to listen to the blood god? No, I cannot. The blood that has been languidly swirling around you suddenly stills. A shadow has darkened the beautiful face of the blood god, yet still you see a glint of red anger from one of his eyes. Crap. Before you can utter a word of apology or explanation, he is upon you. Eyes flashing, mouth pulled into what can only be described as a beautifyingly fright-arousing grin. Oh, beautifully fright-arousing grin. He thrusts his hand into your chest. You inhale sharp, feeling his palm rest against your newly formed heart. Seems I made a mistake somewhere along the line. Oh, well, these things happen. No hard feelings, right? I'll just have to make you again. And again. And again. Until I have the proper level of loyalty instilled in you. Now, please be patient as I take you apart. I promise it won't hurt a bit. You feel his hand tighten. What a freaking liar! This hurts like a bitch! You can't even find the strength to fight against him. After a few agonizing minutes, something inside of you bursts. Your heart? Yes, that was probably it. But there's no time to concern yourself with which organ he destroyed. You already feel your essence grow weaker and your form lose shape. Vision blurry, you sink back into the blood. The last thing you see is the blood god, looking a little puzzled, but mostly disappointed. Premature ending, indeed. Interesting that certain ones get you the credits and others do not. Still, I've at least showed off, like, I didn't show up every possible ending, obviously, because I'm assuming that you get different endings depending on what you say, but this is interesting. There were not too many grammatical or spelling errors. There were just a few. The art style is definitely very interesting. It is definitely intriguing. I'm curious of how much we're going to end up learning about these different characters when the game gets finished. Could use a bit more music, I admit. But otherwise, it does look like it has a lot of good potential. I'm curious to see where this is going to go in the future. So, props to the developer for making this. Hope that the rest of this goes well. And hopefully, if it's not too not suited for work, I will LP the full thing in the future. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.